Hello guys, AlexTheGrumpyOne here. Today I got a quick video. I'm doing a job on the Audi A3 1.9 TDI. So this is going to be on the VW, Skoda and Seat as well, the same. So this is quite a common issue when your auxiliary belt tensioner breaks off. Now usually it's this part that breaks off that separates both bits, and it gets stuck in there. Your auxiliary belt comes off, the battery light comes on. So obviously sometimes you get unlucky and the belt actually goes into the cam belt department and snaps the whole lot. But if you're lucky enough, it will just snap off and come off and not going to cause any more damage. All you have to do is just get a new auxiliary belt and replace the tensioner. So the tensioner for 1.9, there's the part number. I'm going to put it in link in the description below as well, so you can get it from there as well. So I'm going to show you today how easy it is to replace. It doesn't need to go on the lift or anything else. Right, so what you have to do is get your cover off. Obviously make sure you turn the car off. You don't really want to be running the car at this stage. So get the cover off. And the next step, I've undone a couple of bits already just to make it easier to explain. The next step is you would really need to take the turbo pipe off out of the way. So you got the Torx 30 screw there. You got another screw there. So just undo them. They stay in the rubber so they're not going to fall off. So that's all good. But before you do that, you need to get your turbo hose off of there. And to get that off, you need a flat blade screwdriver. And you got the tab there. So just get behind the tab, pull it off. It'll come out all the way. You'll see it coming out. And once it's off all the way, when you pulled it off, you'll be able to rock this around. It will come out. Exactly the same here. You got a little tab, get a screwdriver under it, pull it up, and the pipe will come off. Now be careful, because usually you will get a bit of oil in there. So just get it out of there, put it somewhere safe. Now usually when you take it off, you should really put a glove or something around this area so you don't drop anything in there, and the same on this side, and make sure nothing goes into the pipe. So like I said, yeah, there will be a bit of oil there. But yeah, so at this stage, when you're done that, you got a bit of movement on it. The next step is to get the fuel filter housing off. So you got 110mm there, which is that one there. Get that off. Loosen up the one at the bottom there. You don't need to take it off completely because there's a cut out there on the housing, so you can just move it off. And another one is down there. You can see the thread there, so that's just the nut that's going to be there. So once it's undone, you slide it off and lift it up, move it out of the way. Watch out for the hoses, don't split them. Once it's out of the way, you're going to need 13mm to get the bolt out of there. So that's the top bolt that holds your tensioner, and there is one behind there, that one there that you can see. That's another 13mm there. You need to undo that as well. Once they're undone, the tensioner will come off. Obviously, in case you still got the auxiliary belt on and you're doing it for some other reason, you need 70mm spanner to get on there and move it out of the way so you can release the tension on the belt, and then you'll be able to take the belt off, and you have to do the same when you put the belt back on. So at this stage I've loosened them up. The 13mm was the spanner, so just get them off of there and the whole tensioner will come off. Okay, so the bottom bolt is out. Now I literally got a couple of threads left on the top one, so just undo it, grab hold of the tensioner, don't drop it, and it will come out. There you go, this is that. So just to show you what happened to this one, the pulley that you got there obviously seized up and pretty much exploded, so it's all apart. So that's why we're replacing it. So we're obviously going to reuse the bolts. The torque setting for the bolts I'm going to put in the description below, so don't worry about it. But yeah, at this stage we're ready to put the new tensioner on, and lucky for us, this brand actually, the Inner brand, they got a pin locking pin in there, which is pretty good. So what that will do, once we installed it and done it up, it makes it a lot easier to put the auxiliary belt on. You're pretty much going to locate it everywhere, and once it's located everywhere, you'll be able to put it on all the pulleys and then get 70mm on there. Just move it a little bit and get the pin out, and it'll release it, so then it'll be job done on that. So yeah, That's really helpful actually. Right, so as you can see, the new tensioner is in there, guys. I've started them up finger tight, one bolt in there, the other one at the bottom. So to get the tensioner in, you literally just have to lift this up a little bit out of the way, and it will go straight in there, past everything, so you don't have to move the mount or anything else. So yeah, all I have to do now is obviously get the spanner on and do them up properly. Right, so the belt is on. As you can see, it's nice and easy to put it on there. Goes all the way to the crank and then under the tensioner pulley. So all I have to do now is get the 70mm on there, move it a little bit and get the pin out. So if you push it down, as you push it down, you can see that it releases the pin, obviously not the wrong way. Pull it out and it will release the tension and the belt will go tight. Right, so this is the last bit. Obviously don't forget to put everything back on and do it all up. Like I said, the torque setting is going to be in the description below. The turbo pipe, you just have to push them back in so they're in this position, and literally just get the pipe under there and push them in. It will lock it itself in and then you're fine. And that is it. As you can see, the belt is on and the new tensioner is also on. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.